What's up, YouTube? Glad to be back, and today I'm excited to show another deck profile that earned me an invite to Nats. I played in a OTS championship last weekend, took third place, top 4 get invites, so I was able to secure yet another invite. I've been playing for like 10 years, and then I got 2 invites in 2 weeks, so this is really exciting for me. So I just want to show off the list that I played with. I actually entered the event without any expectation of doing well, because I played a deck that I've never played before, and it actually turned out really well. So I want to go through that deck for you. If you guys have been to the channel before, you know I already play Plunder, but this is Runick Plunder, which I had never played prior to this tournament. So I did play it online on stream a couple times. By the way, I do stream on Twitch occasionally. Link in the description below, so make sure you go over to my Twitch and hit follow for me. That'd be a huge help. But anyways, this was a 30-person tournament, I think, and it was 5 rounds in Swiss, cut to top 8, top 4 get invites, and first place gets a mat, which is just like this mat, but it says champion on it, so that's pretty cool. But unfortunately lost in the semifinals, so I got 3rd/4th place. I lost to the person that won the whole thing, so yeah. I'm going to go through my list, go through my matchups really quick, and pretty much just share what I think about it. And it's actually maybe surprising, you know, what I think about this list, but I'll talk about it after I go through it. So actually, we'll go through the matchups really quick. So round 1, I played against Sword Soul. I won 2-0. Just Nibiru won me the game pretty easily. Round 2, I played against, I think it was Dragons. I played against Pearly one of the rounds. I played against Dragons the following round, and then I lost to Tier in round 4. That person went 5-0 in Swiss, but then lost in top 8 right away. So yeah, and then round 5 I played against Chimera Branded, and it was a draw. Then cut to top 8, I played against Chimera Branded again, and I won 2-0, and then I lost top 4 to Sprite. It was Pure Sprite, Melfi Sprite, yeah. So yeah, anyway, first time with the deck, as I said, so there's a lot of room for improvement and a lot of room for improvement in my play, and what that means is that there's going to be videos on the channel for how to play Runick Plunder, because as I learn, I like to make videos so I can help you guys learn. So if you're interested in that, feel free to hit subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on those. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this deck list. I'll go through the main, extra, and side as is customary, starting with the main, of course. So this is a 40-card main. I feel like you have to play 40 in Runick, right? I don't know, but yeah, we'll go through it. 3 Whitebeard, 3 Golden Hair. So you have to max out on the tuners, because if you don't see a Plunder tuner, you really can't play very well. So we really have to max out on White and Golden Hair. And Golden Hair, as opposed to in Pure Plunder, where Golden Hair is like kind of just okay, Golden Hair is actually one of the best cards in Runick Plunder, because she's a tuner, and when she's discarded, she serves as an extender without locking you right away. So that's kind of nice. So I do like having 6 tuners in this build. And then I played 2 blue, 2 black eyes, and 1 red. So that is the whole Plunder package in terms of monsters. That's 11 monsters. I think that's pretty good. And then the other Plunder cards I played is 1 Shipyard, 1 Booty. So if you're new to the Plunder Runick strategy, we only play 1 Shipyard because we want to have Runick Fountain as our field spell. And we just want to have 1 Shipyard just in case, and it's really even not necessary, but it is nice to have something to search off of Mowork, so Mowork doesn't just kind of rip through your hand too quickly. And then 1 Booty similarly for Mowork, and I'm not really a huge fan of Booty, to be honest, the card anyway. It's okay, it's cuttable, and I feel like I'm going to mess around with this kind of list. On to the non-engine before I get to the Runicks. I played 3 Fenrir, 3 Nib, and 3 Ash in this deck. And that's it, just because I feel like they were the most impactful non-engine cards to play. To be honest, I didn't really like it. You know, Ash was great. Like, Ash is Ash, you know, but Nib is kind of meh, okay? It was dead against Sprite, it was dead against Tier, it was dead against Pearly. So maybe it's just this particular tournament that it was kind of lousy, but going forward, I don't think I want to play Nib in this deck. I want to play Talents. or maybe even Droplet in the main. So yeah. And then Fenrir, it was okay, but I never really saw it. And unfortunately, like after you make a board and then draw with your Runicks, if you then draw into Fenrir, it's kind of crap. So I'm thinking of replacing that as well. But it is so nice if you open the Fenrir in your hand, summon it, it's an interruption, you search a card, and that's your discard for Hugin. That is so clutch. So unfortunately, you can't have it both ways. You kind of have to take the good with the bad. So I don't know. For this particular tournament, I didn't really test with the deck that much, and I pretty much went off of DB Grinder's. DB Grinder put out a test hand video with Plunder Runick, and he was playing Fenrir in it, so I was like, okay, I'll just give it a try. But anyways, and Fenrir is one of my favorite cards, so I figured how bad can it be? But anyways, yeah, that was the non-engine. Now onto the Runick stuff. So 2 copies of Fountain, of course, and then all of the quick plays. 3 tip, 3 freezing curses, 3 flashing fire, 3 destruction, 3 slumber, and 1 dispelling to round it out. So that's what, 15, 16 quick plays, and that's pretty good. And that was an even 40. Yeah, the Runick package I think is fine. Maybe you can add a Smiting Storm if you want to expand on the Runick names a little bit. But yeah, we'll see. I think like I said, there's a lot of room for improvement in this list. Nib was okay. Fenrir was okay. So I would consider switching these 6 cards out for something else. I think I really want Triple Tactics talent in here. So yeah, we'll think about it. Because going second with this deck felt a little bit bad. If they had negates up, there was not really a good way to bait it out. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tough to go second. So that's really where I'm at with the main deck. And going forward, I plan to mess around with this deck and probably put out a new profile. But for now, obviously, this is good enough to get me 3rd place and the invite. So this is a solid starting point for you as well. Oh, I also want to mention that this was Saturday, September, what was it, like 24th or 23rd or whatever. So this was pre-ban list. So, Kashiro, Arise Heart was legal, and Magnamuts were at 3. So, but I didn't end up playing against any cash, and I did play 2 Magna in the side, as you'll get to, but it didn't really matter whatsoever. So, basically, everyone was already on new format stuff, and yeah, you can probably take this directly into the new format as is. Okay, so that was the main deck, 40 cards. There's a lot of work to be done in the non-engine section. So take that for what you will so far. But let's go on to the extra deck here. The extra deck, I think, is kind of set for Plunder, but I think I had one interesting card. So for the Plunder names, 3 Blackbeard, 2 Moerk, 1 Bran, 1 Jord, and 2 Liss. I think this is pretty standard for the Runick build. Bran doesn't really come up that often because, you know, you have Runick Destruction for back row removal, so it's not so important to go into Bran. Plus, like, you skip your battle phase most of the time, so the attack boost isn't really a big factor, but anyways. And then 1 Jord is fine because it recycles itself, and if they are to out it, well, so be it, okay? Then on to the Runick names. I only played 2 Hugin, and then 1 Jerry, 1 Munin. I don't really like this. I wish I had 2 Jerry instead of the Munin, and maybe Munin to the side deck for time. But a couple times I wanted another level 4, and I had already gone through a Jerry, or I used Jerry as a level 4 combo piece, and then later on in the game I wanted to recycle Fountain, but I ran out of Jerry already. So I think going forward I'm going to switch out the Munin for another Jerry. And then the last 2 cards. One is Coral Dragon for the combos and the draw, and then I played 1 copy of Baron de Fleur. And this actually came up quite a bit, and I thought it was quite useful, and I do recommend playing it going forward, and I think I still will, because Baron is just such a strong card. You can make it with Coral Dragon plus a level 4. You can make it with Bestial that you side in plus a level 4 tuner. So I think that flexibility is so amazing. It feels so good to Bestial your opponent. When you're going second, Bestial your opponent, and then you have a Bestial on board, and you start your turn by normal summoning a tuner and just sinking right into Baron Baron, and then you're protected for the rest of the turn. So I think that's fantastic. And then also, like, if you make that play and you use your Baron negate on like a hand trap in your opponent's standby phase, you can tag this back out for another copy of not Blackbeard, for like a Liss or just a Whitebeard, honestly. Whitebeard out of the graveyard, and Whitebeard is an interruption right there. So I think that's an excellent use. That did come up at least once. I tagged it out for something useful. I forget what it was. Or like if you made it with the Bestial, you can summon back out your Magnemite and then get another search. So just to keep up your hand advantage is really cool. So yeah, that's my extra deck. And if you're on a budget and you don't want to play Baron, well, you can either wait for Baron to get a reprint, which is coming in early November, or you can just sub this out for probably another Hugin, because 3 do come up sometimes, or just like player 2 Hugin, 2 Jerry, and 1 Munin in the main deck, and not have to side the Munin for time. Okay, so that's the extra deck, and then on to the side. So because this is pre-ban list, I still played the 2 Magnemite and 2 Druis. Post-ban list, 3 Druis, 1 Magnemite. That's all it's going to be. And then I got into a little bit of spice. Like, I kind of threw a side deck together because you know, just whatever. I threw this deck together last minute, to be honest, and I wanted to play Phantasme because I think just the more draws you have, the better, to be honest. Just drawing into more Runick cards, more Plunder names, like, you can't beat that. So into any Link deck, I put in Phantasme, and I thought it was great. And then on to some more board breakers. I played 3 Book of Eclipse just for the Pearly matchup, and it was still Kashtira format, so just in case I went up into Kashtira, I wanted some kind of out. And then 3 copies of D-Barrier for going first, which was kind of nice, and then 2 copies of Forbidden Droplet. So I think Droplet is really nice in the Plunder Runick deck. Just, you know, activate all of your Runick cards in the same chain, and then Droplet send them for some free negates. Droplet send your Plunder monsters. Droplet send your Plunder equips. This could even probably go in the main deck and would be totally fine, especially in the next format. So I'm thinking about swapping out those Fenrirs and Nibs for maybe like 2 Droplet, 2 Talent, and 2 of something else. Maybe even like 2 Druisworm in the main. Like, I love Bestials in this deck so much, but we'll see. But yeah, that was the main extra inside. So again, there's going to be more of this deck coming on the channel. I really enjoyed playing it, but I think there's like a lot that can be optimized. I wasn't satisfied with the deck, with the build, and I am not experienced with it. Like, I didn't know the 2 Runick plus Whitebeard combo. Like, I did like no research. So you know, there is a combo with 2 Runicks plus a Whitebeard. There's this similar combo with 2 Runicks plus a Golden Hair. So I'm gonna make a video on that and put out some of those, and then also the combo you need to go into Baron de Fleur before you lock yourself into Plunder. So yeah, stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed that. A lot of new content coming on the channel shortly. I have a lot of good ideas to record. So hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel to support me if you are enjoying it. And yeah, let me know what you think. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you.